Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back and greetings to you all. This is David Razu Kolluri, working as Associate Professor, Department of CSE from St. Peter's Engineering College. Today we are going to see files topic from third unit of Programming for Problem Solving subject. Before discussing about this particular topic, I would like to thank Almighty God for this wonderful opportunity. Now we will see these files with respect to definition, purpose, steps to use files, file operations, types of files, modes of operations, file handling functions, and a simple example program in this video. First of all, what is meant by a file? File is a place on the hard disk. The place on the hard disk which is used to store huge amount of data or large amount of data permanently. So file, we can call it as a collection of records, but it is a file. A file is a place on the hard disk which is to store data permanently. Why we need to go for files? Before discussing about files, let me highlight the drawback of console.io. So this is the drawback in the case of console.io. To overcome this particular drawback, we need to go for files. That is the main purpose of files, is to overcome the drawback of console.io. What is the drawback console.io? Whenever the power failure occurs by using system, you are trying to execute something, you are trying to create or execute, you are trying to execute a particular program. While executing the program, by providing some input, after providing input, obviously output will be obtained. So you are trying to record that particular output in our observation or record. During that process, all of a sudden power failure occurs. In that particular case, what happens? The data available in the case of keyboard buffer, that is stdin, and monitor buffer, that is stdout, will be simply waste. That is the main drawback of console.io. So to overcome this particular drawback, we need to go for files topic. File is a place on the hard disk which is to store huge amount of data permanently. That we will see how to store data permanently. So to use these files, first we need to remember few steps. First thing is, file is a new data type introduced in the case of files. This file is part of stdio.h. File is a new data type introduced in files, and that one comes under stdio.h header file. So with the help of that file, what we have to do, we need to declare different file pointers in the program, and after declaring file pointer, that file pointer need to be initialized by using fopen function. So while using that particular fopen function to open a particular file, what we have to do, two arguments need to be specified. One is the file name, another one is mode of operation. These two arguments need to be specified in the fopen function. After opening that particular file by using fopen, we need to perform specific operation according to the specified mode of operation. After completion of that particular task, the file, whatever the file opened, need to be closed with the help of close function. These are the important steps we need to remember. A simple example. Now see, first step, file is a data type, uppercase letters, that is the file, uppercase letter, the new data type. With the help of that data type, what we have to do, we need to declare one file pointer. The file pointer, this is related to the first step. The second step is declare file pointers. This first step related to this first statement related to first 2 points. And second one, use fopen function which is to initialize file pointer. So declare file pointer and initialize that file pointer by using open a file and initialize file pointer with the help of fopen function. This is related to third step, and the fourth step is while using fopen function, we need to specify two arguments, file name as well as the mode of operation within the double quotation mark that is related to fifth step, that is fourth step. Then the fifth step is we need to perform specific operation. What operation we are doing here? We are reading data from the file with the help of fgetC function. That is about fifth step. Then after completion of the read and display, what we are doing? We are reading and displaying by using printf statement. Then last but not least, the close function need to be used to close the file. So close the opened file with the help of fclose function in a proper manner. That is about the sixth step. So these 6 steps discussed with the help of this example. These steps need to be included in a particular main function. Then coming to file operations. What type of operations you can perform? So different operations you can perform in a particular files. The first step, you need to create a file, and we can create and we can open a particular existing file. Creating means that is in W mode. Opening an existing file by using fopen function. By using fopen function, we can open a particular file, and with the help of read mode or write mode, whatever it may be. Generally, existing file means read mode will be used. And third point is reading from and writing information into a particular file by using different functions. And fourth one is appending information at the end of the file. Existing file will be there, some contents also will be there, and in this case what we will do, from this particular position remaining data will be added or appended. That is nothing but appending information at the end of the file. Finally, after completion of the task, close that particular file. These are the major operations we can perform on both the text as well as binary files. Creating, opening, reading, and writing information to or from the particular file, appending information at the end of the file, and closing a particular file. Then types of files. There are two types of files. One is text file, another one is binary file. In the case of text file, data stored in the form of text files, that is extension of that text file is .txt, extension of binary file is .bin, and we can easily create these type of text files by using Notepad as well as a simple text editors. But in the case of binary files, we cannot create easily by using Notepad as well as simple text editors will not be used to create binary files. When you open a file, those files you will see all contents within the files as in the form of plain text. But in the case of a binary file, data in the form of binary file but not a text file. But in the case of text file, we can edit and we can delete the contents of that particular file very easily. But we cannot edit, we cannot delete the contents of binary file. And in the case of text file, data in the form of characters. Data in the form of characters. That is, text file contains data in the form of characters. Binary file contains data in the form of ones and zeros. In the previous point, we cannot edit, we cannot delete very easily by using simple methods. In the case of text file, you can perform input, output operations with the help of different functions, and that is read-write operations with the help of different read-write functions from the particular text file. But in the case of binary file, we can perform read-write operations with the help of read as well as write functions. That is about types of files and their differences. And coming to modes of operations. If you want to perform so and so tasks, both in the case of text file as well as binary file, generally these modes of operation need to be specified as an second argument in the case of fopen function. All these modes will be specified as a second as a second argument within the fopen function. If I specify R, then I can perform that is called read mode, which is to perform read operation. If I specify W, a new file will be created. If I open existing file, the contents of that existing file will be deleted, and I can perform write operation, that is called write mode. If I specify A, that is can perform append operation, that is at the end of the existing file I can add few more contents. And in the case of R plus, I can perform first the read operation, then write operation without closing file. If I specify W plus mode, first I will write, then I can read without closing the file. If I specify A plus mode, I can not only append operation, but also I can read in contents without closing file. So in both cases, W as well as W plus, new file will be created. If I open existing file in these modes, the contents of existing files will be erased. And coming to binary file, same thing. Here R, just B will be added. RB for read mode, WB for write mode, AB for append mode, RB plus read plus write mode, WB plus write plus read mode, and AB plus append plus read mode. These are the different modes of operations in the case of binary file. To perform all those things, we are supposed to specify extra. At the end of the mode, we need to specify B. That is about modes of operations in the case of text file as well as binary files. Then different file handling functions. These are used to perform different types of read write operations, different types of error handling operations, different types of random access file operations. That is, first one is fopen is used to open a particular file, and fclose is used to, after completion of the task, to close the file. Fclose will be used, for example, more than one file is opened, then to close all those files at a time, close all will be used. Whatever the file opened from that particular file, whatever the file opened in read mode, to read the contents from that particular file, fgetc function will be used. And whatever the file opened in write mode, to write data into that particular file, fputs will be used. Whatever the file opened in read mode from that particular file, I can read integer data from that particular file. And whatever the file opened in write mode into that particular file, I can write integer data into that particular file. And whatever the file opened in read mode, I can read string data from that particular file. And whatever the file opened in write mode from that particular into that particular file, I can write string data into that particular file. And whatever the file opened in read mode from that particular file, I can read multiple data is of different data types. And whatever the file opened in write mode, I can write different data, multiple data is of different data types. I can write it into that particular file. And once a file opened, whether it is opened or not, I can check with the help of FERR. Why? Because sometimes, because of lack of sufficient memory, because of lack of that file in that particular hard disk, sometimes file will not be opened, whether that file opened or not. Will be checked. I can check with the help of FERR function. In this case, if the file not opened, that will return 1. That is true. If the file opened, that will return null, that is 0. Then in the case of FEOF, which is to check whether the file pointer reads to end of the file or not. While reading, while writing something into that particular file, whether that particular file pointer reads end of the file or not will be checked. If that file pointer reads to end of the file, that will return 2, that is 1. The file pointer not reached end of the file, that will return null, that is 0. If I want to move file pointer to the desired position, fseek function will be used. In this case, 3 arguments will be used. File pointer, offset, displacement value. Offset is also called as displacement value, that is long integer value. Then file, that is pointer position. That we will discuss in the next video in detail with example. Then this function is also called as random access file function. These two functions are also called as error handling functions. FTEL is a random access file function which is to know the position of the file pointer in terms of bytes. And rewind is also random access file function which is to move file pointer to the beginning position. And fread and fwrite, these two are binary read write functions. If I want to read from binary file, fread will be used. If I want to write data into binary file, fwrite will be used. This is about these are the different file handling functions. by using these file handling functions, we can open file, we can close file, we can read data, we can write into that particular file, character by character, integer by integer, string by string. That means multiple data at a time. I can read, I can write into file, and meanwhile I can check errors, and I can move file pointer to the desired position, and even I can move file pointer to middle to beginning or last to beginning, and even I can read and I can write data to or from binary file. These are the different file handling functions. And a simple example, whatever the points discussed so far, that is about declare use file data type and declare file pointer. So all these functions are used to perform different types of operations on a particular file. So we'll see one example program. We'll see one example program. So whatever the points discussed so far, so we'll discuss those points with the help of example program. In this, file pointer declared with the help of data type file, and file open in read mode by using a open function, and whether that particular file opened or not will be checked compared with the null value. So if this file opens successfully, that address will be returned to FPTR. If file not open means null will be returned. If it is matched with null, then file not open, immediately this error message will be displayed, then will come out of the particular program. If this file opens successfully, then immediately by skipping all these things, control goes to here. Here, what I am doing, I am reading one data from the integer data from the file, and after reading from that particular file with the help of file pointer, keeping it in num variable is of integer type, then the same thing will be displayed with the help of printf statement. So the num value will be displayed with the help of printf statement, then close that particular file pointer. So this program illustrates the usage of steps, whatever the steps discussed so far, whatever the functions discussed so far. All functions not covered, but few functions covered. So it illustrates the usage of those functions and those steps. That is about a simple program which is to read contents of a particular file. In this video so far we have discussed file definition, the purpose of a file, that is the drawback of console.io, and to overcome that particular drawback, files introduced, the types of files, modes of operations with respect to text file and binary file. Then we discussed different file handling, that is steps to use files, then different file handling functions, and simple example program. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel, that is Teach to Reach the Learning channel. Thank you all.